Shedeur Sanders get good news from Kyle Long, a former NFL player, and some more NFL players. And also, Todd Monken is putting his staff together. Slowly but surely. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Hype this video, share this video. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Let's get this show started on this early Saturday morning. Let's go.
It's crazy how they doing my boy, man, honestly, but he balled out.
By next year, he gonna be a bona fide superstar.
They didn't think he could do this, and the people that's hating on him didn't think he could do that.
He wasn't no fifth round talent. They knew that.
Y'all can doubt him, and y'all can say all that stuff y'all saying about him, but what God got for the boy, you see him put that wrist, after that when he tapped that wrist, like, make sure that watch still there.
Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, get good news from former NFL players who are now reporters for the CBS Sports Channel. They saying that Shedeur Sanders will benefit from the hiring of Todd Monken. Todd Monken is a offensive guru. Now, it's not a sexy hire. It's not a hire that I was looking at. But once I checked out his background and just realized, hey, only reason I didn't like him is because of his age. And I was wrong for that. I would discriminate, just like many people. If you look at Todd Monken's background, his history, his resume, hey, ain't too many coaches out there going to compete with that. He was a head coach at Southern Miss. He was an offensive coordinator at the University of Georgia. The University of Georgia, in my home state, they wasn't winning no championship when Kirby Smart first got there. He had a good defense, but his offense didn't do that well until Todd Monken came along. His first 2 seasons with Kirby Smart, they won 2 national championships. And 4th season, when he was there, they are 4-0 in the playoff, in the college football playoff, when Todd Monken was the offensive coordinator. And when he left, Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs are 1-3 in the playoffs. That speaks volume. Now, this in the SEC. The SEC, the toughest division in college football. Todd Monken went on there to Baltimore and ran into who? Lamar Jackson. To me, Lamar Jackson is the second best quarterback in the NFL behind Josh Allen. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to that, just like everybody entitled to theirs. Lamar Jackson, his first season as the offensive coordinator, became the MVP. Last year, many people said he should have been the MVP, but Josh Allen got it. All the things I'm trying to tell you, Shedeur Sanders is going to benefit from this head coach. We already know he's going to call the offensive plays. And you already now seen the greeting, the way he greeted Shedeur. Yeah, man, this is no coincidence that Shedeur Sanders was the first, not only just the first, the only player on the team to come and meet the head coach. You don't think Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry told Shedeur to get to the building? We're hiring our new head coach. We need you to there because you the face of the franchise. You the quarterback. They ain't asked Deshaun Watson. They ain't asked Dylan Gabriel. They asked Shedeur Sanders. Now, if that don't tell you nothing, I mean, I don't know what else to tell for people, especially Cleveland media. Because it was word out, you hear them all the time. Oh, Todd Monken and the Baltimore Ravens wanted to draft Shedeur. Oh, I don't believe that. That's just hearsay. The man told you right there. They looking, whoa. They just be on the line all the time, man. But, hey, everybody got their opinion. I'm going to let them stay out there. I can't convince them that Shedeur Sanders is going to be the Cleveland Browns quarterback. I can't convince y'all, some of y'all. But it's going to happen. Shedeur Sanders was not a 5th round draft pick. I know many people are trying to label him as that, but he's not. The NFL is showing you. Why do you think they asked him to go to the Pro Bowl? Why do you think they invited Shedeur to the Pro Bowl? They could have got Cam Ward. They could have got Joe Burrow. They could have got Patrick Mahomes. They could have got just about Aaron Rodgers. They wanted Shedeur. They know he's not a 5th round draft pick quarterback. They saw the way he performed in the condition of the team. They saw that. Now, maybe Cleveland media, they say, hey, I don't see nothing Shedeur just did. What? You didn't see what he was doing. This dude out there balling out with a messed up offensive line, with a coach who wasn't for him. He wasn't for him. Wide receiver room. Come on. It is what it is. But let's listen to the former players talking about the hiring of this head coach and what it means for Shedeur Sanders. Kyle Long in the game of CBS Sports.
I love this hire already. I think Shedeur will really lean into this style of offense. I'm excited for this group, and I'm glad you mentioned Njoku as well, because he's bringing another bad joker to the huddle as well, and Harold Fannin. And now you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 Pro Bowlers, including Shedeur. If Judkins can get it done next year, that's what they call a core, and you can have confidence with a core, and you can start to build through the draft. They're going to circle the wagons. They're going to say it's us against the world. It's Shedeur Sanders against the world, and let's build a bully. And bullies have won historically.
Yeah. To me, Shedeur Sanders is the starter on this team. Dylan Gabriel's the backup, which I think is what he's going to be for his career and can be a good one. I've get Deshaun Watson out of town. This shouldn't even be a discussion we're even lingering over anymore. It's over. It's done. Figure it out.
That's Kyle Long of CBS Sports, along with some of his co-anchors, talking about the Cleveland Browns head coaching and Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is going to ball in this offense. Todd Monken going to make sure Shedeur Sanders get off. Get off. They know that. Help is on the way. And it started with the head coach, who we know is a dynamic play caller. Dynamic play caller. Took a walk-on quarterback in Bennett of the University of Georgia, won 2 national championships with him, and helped him get drafted to Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams. Todd Monken did that. Can you imagine what he finna do with Shedeur Sanders? Man, that stuff he learned from Pat Sherman, man, please. Man, Shedeur Sanders finna go to another level. Another level. Now, let's move on. Let's look at how Todd Monken is building his coaching staff. The first thing he did was hire an offensive lineman. Keep in mind, Todd Monken are getting coaches from the Baltimore Ravens in the same division with the Cleveland Browns. You remember? Todd Monken hung 41 points on the Cleveland Browns and Myles Garrett defense, who at time was the second best defense in the NFL. And who were the coach and the coordinator for the defensive side? Yeah, we already know that same one who out there cutting the food, Jim Schwartz. Hung 41 points on him in that first game. And now he bringing his assistant coaches on the offensive side from Baltimore, who they could have went with John Harbaugh, who's the head coach now of the New York Giants. Boy, that's some nasty word. They said, no, we going to Cleveland with Todd Monken. He coaching Shedeur. Man, you out there in New York City? Nah, we like the quarterback situation here. Yeah, we know Jackson Dart pretty good. That says a lot from a coaching staff who'd rather go with the offensive coordinator instead of head coach. That's sinking in with you today. But let's look at the first hire, the offensive line coach, George Warlock. He was with the Cleveland Browns in 2009 through 2013. He done coached with the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, many other teams. But recently, he was with Todd Monken as the offensive line coach in Baltimore, 2024 through 2025. Now Todd Monken is bringing him to the Cleveland Browns. Because when we looked at the Cleveland Browns, their offensive line was terrible. Terrible. I don't even know who was the offensive line coach at the time last year. But now they getting a person who's been in the game a while and know that position. They say he's one of the best. They say he's one of the top 3 offensive line coaches in the NFL, George Warhol. Now, the second hire that he did, right? He's bringing in Travis Switzer as the new offensive coordinator. He was a run game coordinator at the Ravens in 2023 through 2025 with Todd Monken. So, as you see right there on the screen, he will be the offensive coordinator. But keep in mind, Todd Monken will still be the one who called and plays. He'll be something like a Tommy Reese, right? A Tommy Reese. Now, and something like a quarterback coach, I believe. It's just me talking, right? All right? The last hire he just made yesterday is Danny. All right? He's the new passing game coordinator. He was with the Baltimore Ravens as an offense assistant and a tight end coach with Todd Monken. So now that's the staff that he already done built. So we got to see who's going to be the running back coach. They could keep Deuce Staley, who's already on the staff from last year, and who's going to be the wide receiver coach. And once he get those 2 coaches, the offensive side going to be set. The offensive side is going to be set for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns football team. I'm telling you, man, this going to be one of the best off seasons for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. They got Todd Monken as the offensive coordinator, offensive guru. They got a big-time offensive line coach who should be able to straighten this offensive line out. We won't be seeing number 68 out there doing his dance or whatever he's doing. Neither number 72 over there look like he trying to tiger Shedeur instead of block for Shedeur during the games. Man, look at the stuff Shedeur was going through, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. The NFL saw that. Shedeur, we sorry. Come on to the Pro Bowl, man. We sorry. Forgive us, man. Forgive us. But anyway, look at here. With all said and done, right? Todd Monken could be the coach that turns the Cleveland Browns football situation around because they've been a terrible organization up to this point. And I agree, they have. But Andrew Berry looked like he's determined to turn the Cleveland Browns around. At least we got to give him a chance to see, can he do that? That's why I'm optimistic about what I see right now. I'm gonna give everybody a chance. You just can't predict what's gonna happen in the future. You just have to sit back and let it play out, and then you come and make your commentary about what happened and what you saw, not what somebody else saying or what they saw. My eyes don't see the same thing. Some of these cats out here saying, my eyes don't see that. My eyes see what they see. And that's why I'm waiting to see. But if I'm judging Todd Monken off his past, because people are saying your past performance is your present, this is going to be a good year for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns football team. I seen that schedule. Ain't too many teams on there can beat them if they get that offensive line right and get that wide receiver room right and that defense come back better than ever. You watching Sports Talk with P. Watts. I come to you by the digital airways of YouTube. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Hype this video, share this video, join the membership, Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. I got a live show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to have a good time tonight. Come on back and join the conversation. All right? Until next time.